Welcome to Emotional Healing for Christian Women, the podcast where faith meets inner healing. Imagine waking up without the weight of shame, guilt, fear, and loneliness. Imagine finally feeling worthy, confident, and at peace. And doing this with God by your side. That's the healing we can begin together. I'm Marvel Adeyemi, a psychotherapist and a faith-led women's coach. Let's get started. Welcome. Thank you for coming in and tuning into today's podcast. Signs of emotional healing for Christian women. What are the signs that lets you know that you have started healing emotionally? I have started a series on Heal First, Love Better, and I wanted you to begin to recognize signs that you are now healing, right? The first one is you stop reacting and you've started reflecting. One of the profound signs that you're healing, my dear sister, is when you stop reacting and start reflecting. You'll notice that you no longer get mad over the same old triggers, or you're no longer sinking deep into self-pity. You found a way to regulate your nervous system when something triggers you, and you've re-regulated so that you're no longer asking questions of, why me? Why did this happen to me? That is beginning to fade. It's beginning to be replaced by powerful questions. What would you have me do with this experience, oh God? That is a profound space, and that is a profound sign that you have started healing. It is monumental because it means you've begun to recognize that if God allowed you to go through the abuse, the disappointment, the pain, and you're still here, you're sane, you've not gone crazy, you're alive, and you're listening to me, surely there is a purpose for your pain. And you're moving from victimhood to victorious. You're understanding that your suffering is not wasted, but can be redeemed, and it can be redeemed to be used for the glory of God. So this is such a big sign that you're beginning to heal from your emotional wounds of neglect, of shame, of abuse, and you're beginning to find inner peace. The second sign is you are beginning to pay attention to patterns and triggers. Okay, so you've started paying keen attention to the patterns of abuse, of unhealthy dynamics, of where and how they occur. So you could probably start asking, could it be that it is when you visit certain places or when certain people have access to you, you just find that it triggers you, or you've become a keen observer of your own journey, right? Journaling becomes your powerful tool here. I remember recently while journaling, I had an aha moment. I realized I had a similar emotional experience about the very same time last year. That showed me the pattern. And I was asking, does it have to do with the climate, the weather? Maybe. And you have also started observing how the enemy tries to trigger you, the situation he uses, the kind of conversation he uses, what button he uses to ignite that feeling of invisibility, of rejection, of abandonment, of shame, of guilt. Whatever is going on, you've become more discerning. And also you've become more self-protective. And you are now making necessary adjustments to keep yourself safe. You're rechanneling your energy and focus because you found out that the devil's old trick is no longer working for you. This is vital for trauma recovery and spiritual growth for Christian women. Sign number 3. You set boundaries without apology. Oh yes. Thirdly, you know you're healing when you start putting boundaries in place and you're not apologizing for them. Remember, first you stop being mad, you stop overreacting, you paused. Then you observed and acknowledged repetitive patterns. And now you're confidently setting boundaries without apology. Ooh, that's powerful. And these boundaries I'm talking about, it includes physical, emotional, all forms of boundaries that allow you to breathe, to reflect, and to plan. These boundaries create that sacred space for your talents and your gifts to flourish because you're now shutting down negativity and you're now releasing friendships, you're releasing relationships, employments, connections, activities that no longer serve or align with your purpose in this season. This is powerful. It's an act of self-worth and it's an act of building healthy relationship, first with yourself, then secondarily with others. And I must say with God as well. Sign number 4, you actively pursue your purpose and you're prioritizing your well-being. It's a beautiful sign of healing when you are now doing the work of your purpose for this season. As you know, the way that I see purpose, there is purpose for every season in our lives. It's your responsibility to find out what purpose God requires of you in this season. So yes, you realize that you're finally starting that business. You're finally posting contents that align with your purpose and glorifies God. You're no longer careless with who you give access to your phone number, your contacts, your emails. You're careful with whose post and whose podcast you're listening to or reading and what invitations you honor. You now see yourself as worthy and you carry yourself differently. There is no more drama. You've stopped arguing over the same matter that has lingered for 10 years or more. It doesn't matter whether it's a family issue or a health issue. You're now prioritizing your health. You sleep on a regular routine. You listen to music that motivates you and keeps you focused. You're finally writing that book. I'm so happy for you, sis. You're organizing that event. My darling, you are beginning to heal. This is the fruit of the emotional journey and a testament of your resilience as a Christian woman. In conclusion, as you listen to this episode, I hope you feel seen and acknowledged. That incredible work that you have put into your recovery is now coming with fruition. You are not perfect, and perfection is not the goal. You are beautiful, and you are an ongoing process. Every step, every boundary, every moment of reflection is a victory. So keep leaning into God's grace. God sees your efforts and the labor that you're making to enter into his rest. By that, the efforts I mean is not the hustling. The effort I mean is you're doing your quiet time. You have a time you have designated to meet God, to pray, to read the Bible. You intentionally go to bed at a particular time because you know you want to get up and you want to have a good sleep. You're prioritizing yourself, your well-being. And God is faithful to complete the work that he has begun in you. He is a rewarder of those that diligently seek him. The journey of healing emotional wounds is so that you're prepared for the life of purpose and healthy Christ-centered relationships, marriage, businesses, partnership that God has prepared for you. If you are recognizing the signs, or if you're longing to experience the kind of freedom that I just described, don't forget I'm here to support you, and you can visit my website for free resources to explore, including my book, Beyond the Hurt. And yes, I do provide one-on-one coaching. Feel free booking. The link is in the show notes. And we can work together, sort out the emotional wounds from a Christian counseling framework. You are worthy of peace. Keep healing. Keep growing. Keep shining. Stay confident. Stay calm. Until we see you next time. If you haven't listened to the series that I began, Heal First, Love Better, which this is also a continuation, I encourage you to listen to those series. This is part of it. Heal first, love better, work better, engage better. Your healing is so pivotal, is so strategic to every other thing that goes on around you. Stay blessed. Until next time. Bye. Thank you for spending time with me today on Emotional Healing for Christian Women. If this episode blessed you, please leave a review and share it with a friend who needs encouragement. And don't forget to download my new book, Beyond the Hurt, from my website, marveladame.com.au, and other free resources. Until next time, stay healed, stay beautiful, and stay confident.